Yo, check this out.
Previously heard. Good Hope FM. Let's go.
We need to catch up with a young man who is absolutely amazing. We're celebrating South African talent in the biggest way. Now, you might probably know him as Cape Town's first blind tour guide, but we, of course, know him as well as Winston Fani on Good Hope FM. Winston, welcome to the show. So good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I've heard so much about you. I feel like a star has just entered the building because I've read about you and you've been on a few other radio stations as well. And here you are right here sitting and talking to us. So it's really, really great to start off the week with such an inspiring story like yours.
It's a great pleasure.
So Winston, you are 35 at the moment, yeah?
I'm 36.
You are 36, a baby, still a baby. You hail from Umfuleni, yes?
Yes.
And just tell us a little bit about your journey. I know that when we say blind, you're visually impaired. And of course, you had a dream. You had a dream that you wanted to work in the tourism industry. Take us back to how all of this began.
Okay. It all began when I lost my job due to COVID. I was retrenched from the company that I'm not going to mention on air. So, a man got to do what a man got to do because I'm a family man. Yeah. So I had to put food on the table for my family. So as I was sitting, trying to think of what I'm going to do next, first and foremost, we had to move from where we were staying, which we were staying in Parklands. Then we had to move to adjust and move to Mfuleni.
Yeah.
So as I was sitting, trying to think of what I'm going to do, a friend of mine by the name of Tanya Roberts, she wanted to come and visit us. So I had to be the one who gave her directions over the phone without seeing the place. So she was amazed on how I gave her the directions to her. So she was like, if you can navigate yourself in this busy area, what is stopping you from becoming a tourist guide? It was so weird when she spoke about it. But as soon as I started the training, it all made sense.
Yeah. Because I think that's the first thing that people ask, like, how is it possible? One would think that you would need a sight to be able to do that, but clearly that's not the case. You need so much more, and those are clearly the giftings that you have. How did you get to this point? Who came on board to assist you to make this dream a possibility?
Cape Town Tourism. Their CEO, it happened that their CEO was listening when I was interviewed by this one radio station. So he came, and then they paid for my fees. And I also want to thank the people who donated on Bekabadi to make this possible for me. So yeah, they came and then they made it possible by paying my fees and so forth. Then yeah, that's how it started.
That's absolutely amazing. Winston, what are some of the biggest challenges? Because I think that people that have, sight and that are able to get through life by being able to use that sight, kind of like take for granted, the challenges that maybe you encounter on a daily basis. What are some of those challenges?
I live a normal life, so I do have challenges just like anybody else.
Yeah.
But the key here is to overcome those challenges. You must not put barriers in front of you. So I do have challenges just like anybody else. It's not there are no specific challenges just because I'm blind. No, yeah. I try to overcome each and every challenge that I come across. So yeah, I just face normal difficulties just like anybody else.
I love that. And I think that's also a really positive message for so many people listening right now who might feel bogged down by life's challenges, to hear you say, listen, it is what it is. It's normal like anybody else. I have it too, but it is what you do with that and how you overcome that makes the biggest difference. To people that are listening right now, what would your words of kind of inspiration and motivation be for them as we enter kind of the last few months of 2023?
Look, man, it's about knowing the purpose of you in life. Because a good friend of mine, Keith, he said to me when I was still looking for a job, not knowing what to do, he said, you must start figuring out what is your purpose in life.
Yeah.
He said, your purpose in life, I think, is to bring community together. I didn't understand it when he said those words up until this moment. Now I see what he told me, that I'm someone who brings community together. I didn't understand it, but now I understand what he meant by saying so. So it starts by understanding your purpose in life, and then get on with the flow.
It's about understanding your purpose in life and then get on with the flow. Winston, thank you so much for joining us. You are an absolute inspiration. And also, thank you to everybody that came through and assisted you on your Back a Buddy. I think that people jumped on board immediately and came through for you. And of course, that continues to be a platform where people can continue to support you in the work that you do as well. But we appreciate you. And hopefully we can have you on here again very, very soon.
It will be a great pleasure to come back here.
There we go. Winston Fani, South Africa's first ever qualified blind tour guide. And of course, he is the picture of inspiration and positivity, and says life is all about purpose.
Feel it. For more, tune in to goodhopefm.co.za.
It's all you need.